All right, today we are going to talk about a problem that has plagued myself and pretty much every artist that I've worked through for pretty much as long as I've been working with artists, and that is an inability to just sit down and just do the fucking thing. So that's what you got to do. Long story short, this is not going to be a long video. The mind comes up with a billion reasons why it can't do something out of discipline. And we've created a entire ecosystem of self-help and hacks to try to circumvent the reality that we just need to get down to, the root and sit down and do it. Because what's going to happen, right, is there's going to be a project, an idea. You get a lot of dopamine from coming up with ideas, new ideas at least. And so you're going to be sitting there, you're going to be thinking about this idea, and it's going to be, everything that you think about for like approximately a few hours, right? And it's going to be like, oh my God, this entire thing, I've planned it out in my mind. I know exactly what to do, this, that, and the other thing. And you're going to sit there and you're going to be like, this is so cool. And then slowly but surely, the idea is going to lose its luster. Dopamine is going to start to decrease. And you're going to be sitting there and you're going to be thinking, oh, this is a lot of work that I have to do. And it may not even be conscious. Probably what's going to happen is that you're just going to have this thought on repeat of like, okay, I need to sit down and do this. All right, I need to sit down and do this. All right, I got to make time to sit down and do this. Eventually, that's going to slowly start to turn into, I don't want to sit down and do this. And then you're going to be like, well, why don't I want to sit down and do this? And you're going to have this circle in your brain where you're like, why can't I just sit down and do this? And then maybe you cover that up with a bunch of self-loathing. Oh, I should just be able to sit down and do this. Oh my God, I'm not a good artist. I can't just sit down and do this. Why can't I sit down and do this? Whereas if you just sat down and did it, started, right? Just sit down and just start. And then what's going to happen is you're going to get looped into the act of doing it. And then all of that bullshit that your brain came up with is going to fly out the window. What you shouldn't do is try to do all of these stupid, hacks, all of these brain hacks to figure out why it is that you can't sit down and just do it, right? Oh, I can't sit down and do it because I have imposter syndrome. Oh, I can't sit down and do it because I have ADHD. Oh, it's because I'm lazy. It's because I don't have a good enough routine. It's because I didn't get enough sleep last night. Brother, people have been sitting down and doing it for fucking centuries. You have not built the part of your brain to just sit down and do it. And also, we exist in a society where we're constantly being bombarded by screens. So before, a lot of the reason why people would just sit down and do things is because they were fucking bored out of their minds. And there was nothing else to do but sit down and do things. So they didn't really have much discipline at all either. Like, you're thinking about this in terms of like, oh, people used to be so disciplined back in the day. They used to just be able to do what they wanted to do. Why can't I do that? Oh, it's because I have access to screen. Oh, I'm so sad. It's because I live in the 21st century. And I have access to Instagram and TikTok. Oh, poor me. Oh, why wasn't I born in the good old days? No. No. They weren't any better than you are. Just because they had less stuff to do doesn't mean that they were more disciplined. You just got to sit down and start. Just start doing the thing. Stop getting trapped in your brains trying to find a way out of... Because the main thing, the issue is that your brain doesn't want to be told what to do. That really is what it is. Whenever you sit down to do something with intention that you set out to do, your brain is going to look for a way to escape because it just doesn't like being told what to do. So you got to separate yourself from your brain a little bit and be like, okay, this part of my brain is not me, right? So stop taking responsibility for it. View it as a thing where it's like, okay, I'm just going to ignore you. And just sit down and start. And the moment that you start doing the thing that you want to do, all of that flies out the window. And all of a sudden you get lost in doing what it is that you want to do. Right? So just sit down and do the thing. And that's the end of the video. All right. Thanks for watching. I love and appreciate you very much. And I will see you next time if I see you. Bye-bye.